Hey everyone, this is Angie at StampingWithAmore. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it and share because all those things really help my channel and I really appreciate you. Alright, so we are doing today not a card but a little 3D project, and it is a birthday treat holder, and I am using today, I've been dying to use the Elegant Edge Tag Topper Punch. You know how I love tag topper punches, and if you've been around, you know that for sure. So that's what I'm using for this, and it's got this cute little edge right here, and it just makes it so a little fancy. These are really easy to put together. They'd be great for a birthday party or a birthday treat for school. Anything like that would be really cute. Even for anybody, you can put a small gift in here as well, like a little necklace or bracelet, anything like that. So this is what I'm sharing today, and I did cut all of these little guys, look at all of them, out of the Designer Series paper, and it is the, I think it's the Zoo Crew. Let me grab it really quick. Yes, it's the Zoo Crew Designer Series paper, so it's this one. By the way, this folder is linked in the description. I always get someone asking where I got it. It's in the description below where it says things that I use not Stamping Up. So I took a full sheet. This isn't the sheet I used. I already have that one all cut out. So, but it looked just like this. There's another one in here too. You can cut them out. The only one that had a die was this little guy here, but I decided to just go ahead and cut it since I was cutting all the animals. You can cut all of these like that. And I'm going to insert a little video on how I cut the Designer Series paper because I always get questions as well on that. Hey everyone, this is Angie. I am going to share with you today how to cut out the Designer Series paper because I get a lot of questions about it. And this one is going to be a little bit different because I don't have to mark any of these because I'm going to show you all these. All this underneath, these little lines right here, I don't want them in here. If you want them, you need to use a number 2 pencil and you need to connect all of these with a number 2 pencil to the feet of this little meerkat. I think that's what it is. But that's what you'd have to do if you want that little, like their ground part over there. But I don't want that on all of them because I'm making a treat holder to share with you. And I wanted to share these little guys. So we are cutting all of these out. And I'm going to show you how to do that. If you have anything that does not connect to the animal or the little critter, you need to use a number 2 pencil. I've shown that in other videos where you have to connect it, or it is going to cut off that area. And I don't know if I'm explaining that well enough, but there's other tutorials that I have that show you that. But let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to go to my screen up here on my scan and cut, and we're going to scan it, direct cut, and I'm going to do it to the machine. You can do it to your computer, but I'm not going to do that. So we're going to start it, and my lever is set where it's supposed to, so I'm going to put start, and it is going to scan here. So it's scanning all the images, and it's going to come up on the screen. Okay, now we're going to go to the screen again. I hope you can see this good. I don't have the best lighting here. So I'm going to press OK here. And this is what you see. Now I don't want any of the flowers, and it is showing up that the flowers are going to cut. So I'm going to put ignore object size, and I'm going to do it about 1 inch because I think those are about 1 inch. So let's see what we get here. Let's do it at the 1.2 and see what we get. Then you're going to press OK and then OK again. And now it looks like it's not cutting out the flowers. If you look on here, if you can look close, you can see it's only cutting out the little animals. So I'm going to put a margin around it. So we're going to go right here and we're going to do the outline at 0.4. I always do that. And then we're going to hit OK again. And OK, and it's going to show you what the outlines look like on here. All right, so there's all our little animals. It's going to cut out. So I'm going to select cut and then say okay. Make sure your cut is not on half cut, because that's only for like vinyl. So like it right here, it'll say on if it's half cut. You want it off. And then just hit start and it's gonna cut. And it's saying right now, oops, it's saying right now like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna let it cut and I'll be right back with it. Okay, so my mat just dropped, so I brought it back up here. But so we are done now. I'm going to go ahead, take all the pieces off, and I'll show you what I got. And so this is what we are making today, and we are going to use the little hippo again. So I'm going to grab that one. This one didn't cut that little piece off right there. All right, so we are going to put these aside. I'll put these in one of my stamp and storage pouches that I use for my designer series paper, and it keeps them all really nice for my next project. All right, so we already have that all ready. I did use the dies from the Zany Zoo dies. This is the bundle I'm using, the Zany Zoo. So we're not stamping, I'm using the Happy Birthday to You on here. So I'm not stamping that since we already have it, the designer series paper cut. And look at all these dies though, y'all. They cut everything out on here, all these little animals and stuff on here. Plus you get a lot of extra pieces, and there's a lot of extra little animals. And I thought the little deer, there's even Christmas trees, but I thought for Christmas, let me see if I can find one of the little deers. They're so darn cute. Look at this. And you can use this for Christmas with the little Christmas trees. It's going to be so cute. You'll probably see another. And then it gives you this little scallop, a lot of little extra pieces. So for those of you who are new, this is a bundle, and you get 10% off if you get them together. All right, I am using Lost Lagoon for this, and I already cut out the balloons. So I have 3 balloons already cut out here, and then I have the little stylish shape square. I'm using the smallest in the squares. It's stitched. You can just cut this out if you like, if you don't have those dies. So that is what we're using. I'm going to scoot this out of the way, all these pieces, and we are going to get started. So you are going to need a piece of Lost Lagoon that is 4 by 11. And I'm going to use my trimmer to score this. So what you're going to do with the scoring is super easy. You can get your grandkids or your kids to help you with these. They'd be really, really cute for a classroom or something like that. So you're going to score it at 1 inch on the 4-inch side. You're going to score it at 1 inch on both ends. So I'm going to do that. So it's 1 and 3. And then on this side, I'll open this up. I'm going to score it at 5 and 6. And that is all your scoring, y'all. I didn't really even need to open that. Oh, one other thing you have to do though. On these ends here, you're going to want to score at 3/4 inches. So I have it at 3/4 here, and you're going to score it from here to the score mark, and then from the score mark here. You're not going to score it all the way across. So you're going to score it here, and then the score mark here. So did I do that at 3/4? Make sure that's at 3/4. Yeah. All right, and then you're going to flip it and do the same thing on here. And you're going to score to the score mark, and then the score mark to the other end. And that is to help us get our little tag topper punch in there real easily. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I am going to cut these ends here. And you can make a few of these out of your 8.5 by 11. So I think you can make 2. And we're going to cut these off here. And then on the sides, you're just going to cut these in. These go really quick because you already have the little images and stuff cut out. If you're using your scan and cut, you can also fussy cut these. They're not really hard to fussy cut, but if you're making a bunch, it'd be great to use the scan and cut. So let's sharpen all of these score marks. All right, now I'm going to grab the tag topper punch. It's this one right here. And what you're going to do is you are going to slide this in here. I'm going to do it this way because I have this upside down. Probably doesn't really matter. And you just want to center that up in there. Make sure it's nice and straight. And then just punch that. So you can see we have our punch there. Makes this so much easier when you cut that little 3/4 inch piece off. And there you go. Yeah, it does make a difference. A little bit. If you do it backwards, it's okay. It's really not that noticeable. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and glue this together. I'm gonna go ahead, let's use our Stampin' Seal Plus. This will make it easier. And just put it on the one side. Bring these ends up. And then we're ready to mat it. So let's go ahead and mat these. These pieces are 1 7/8 by 4 1/8. All of these, if you're new, you know, I always put an inspiration sheet on my blog, and it has all the measurements and score marks and stuff like that on it for all my projects. They're listed underneath the project for that day. All right, so that one. And then this side. Of course, I'm going to use the side which is the front. For me, it's because this folds back. I like the look of that, nice and clean finish. And now we're ready to put this together. So let's grab our balloons and our little one here. We're going to stamp the sentiment on here. Happy birthday to you. And I'm going to stamp this on a diagonal. And we're ready to put this on. So I'm going to glue this one on the little, like I said, you can color this if you want. You can color it gray, but I'm going to leave it solid white. And then we're going to put this one on up at the top here. Leave a little bit of room for your balloons there. I'm going to glue the Lost Lagoon balloon down here, and then I'm going to pop up with some minis. I'm going to pop up the Blushing Bride ones. And then I'm going to make my own little strings. I'm just going to draw those on with a fine tip marker. I'll also link one of those in the description because I always have people ask where I got that. It's really, really fine tip and it works so good for stuff like this. Alright, so I'm going to just do some balloon strings here, right to her little hand. And then I'm going to do one from the middle as well. And then this one. Alright, so there's the 3 little balloons. And then also I am going to use some of these little loose silver sequins. And you need to take your pick tool for these, y'all. They get pretty messy if you don't have something. So I'm putting one on the middle of her flower. They're kind of staticky. So, and then I'm going to put one here and one up on this balloon. But they're cute because they're give it a little bit of shimmer. I'm putting that one on. And they're different sizes. There's, I think, a couple different sizes in there. Now I'm going to grab my ribbon here. And we're going to string the ribbon through here. And I'm going to grab my crinkled seam binding ribbon. I don't think, we don't have this anymore. I know we don't have it anymore. I love this, and I'm going to continue to use it. If you have a thinner one, you can use baker's twine on this part. I just like the little ribbon, and we're going to just tie that on here. I did squeeze in my sides. Let's see if I can get this tied down further. There we go. I'll make that smaller. I'm going to probably cut the other one smaller too. Cut these a little bit shorter. Okay, so there it is, all ready to go. It's super, super quick and easy, everyone. And here's the other one that I made as well. But look how cute they are. I just love these little Zany Zoo guys. They're just so cute. So if you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. Here's my June hostess code. It's a new one for June. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.